Grand Theft Auto has arguably been the biggest franchise in gaming since the release of Grand Theft Auto 3 in 2001. So shouldn't there have been a movie adaptation by now? Will there ever be? A few Rockstar Games executives have spoken about a potential Grand Theft Auto movie over the years, and they haven't left much hope for the project. Strauss Zelnick, CEO of Rockstar parent company Take-Two Interactive, has argued that Rockstar needs total creative control over any GTA film project, something most film studios would be reluctant to give. Zelnick told The Wrap in 2019, "You have the most valuable intellectual property ever created by mankind, Grand Theft Auto. We wholly own and control it. Are we really going to let go of that and hope that someone, no matter how talented they are, will do a really good job with it?" That hasn't stopped the topic from coming up time and time again, though. During a call with investors in November 2023, Zelnick argued that there's a much higher risk of failure for a GTA film than there is for a new game. PC Gamer quoted him as saying, "Films are super challenging. They're not what we do. We'd much prefer the risk-reward profile of the business we're in." Zelnick also argued that Rockstar stands to make more money by putting out new games rather than making do with accepting a licensing fee for a film adaptation that might flop. Ultimately, Rockstar is just much happier staying in its lane.
And we are already the fastest growing industry in the entertainment business.
Rockstar co-founder Dan Houser explained to The Guardian in 2013 that the developer is wary of dealing with the movie studio machine. He said, "We've been offered many times and it's never appealed. The money's never been close to be worth risking one's crown jewels. Our small dabblings with Hollywood have always left us running back to games." Houser added that any GTA project would likely get noted to death over the course of script meetings and test screenings. It's not just a fear of watering down the material that has kept Houser and company out of the movie business. Houser has also argued that a film or TV adaptation would functionally strip away everything that makes the games appealing, saying, "We've got this big open-world experience that's 100 hours long, and that gives players control over what they do. How do you condense that into a 2-hour or 12-hour experience where you take away the main things? Player agency and freedom." With that in mind, Rockstar has turned down pitches backed by serious talent, including a version that could have been directed by the late Tony Scott and starred Eminem. It's worth noting, though, that Houser has left the company since making his comments. So, could the powers that be at Rockstar have changed their minds about a movie? Aside from its city settings, Grand Theft Auto rarely repeats itself in any major way between installments. While some characters may carry over in cameo roles between entries, each Grand Theft Auto game tells a standalone story that doesn't require prior knowledge of the universe. With that in mind, it makes sense for a potential GTA the movie to follow suit and tell its own original story of crime and carnage. However, if the filmmakers wanted to adapt a specific game for the silver screen, there's no shortage of possibilities. Many fans view Grand Theft Auto 4 as the storytelling pinnacle of the series, meaning it could offer the perfect template for a movie adaptation. Nico Bellic is one of the series' most compelling and layered protagonists, and his struggle to leave behind his life of crime and live the American dream as an immigrant might sincerely resonate with film-going audiences.
Perhaps here, things will be different.
But of course, Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of the best-selling and most widely recognizable video games in history. It's likely that a movie would take its story cues from the more recent game. Plus, GTA 5 notably spends a great deal of time satirizing Hollywood and action entertainment tropes, making it even more ripe for a rollicking big-budget movie adaptation. Unsurprisingly, Rockstar has never weighed in on which specific game would be more likely to get the adaptation treatment. Another element that could help in bringing Grand Theft Auto to the big screen is that the games have already featured a ton of Hollywood voice talent. If filmmakers decided to directly adapt one of the games, it would make sense for the production to approach some of the established actors who have worked on the series, such as Samuel L. Jackson, Stephen Ogg, and Danny Trejo. One other notable actor has expressed interest in a Grand Theft Auto movie, Elijah Wood. He said in a Hot Ones interview in 2021 that both Vice City and GTA 5 could be adapted into really compelling movies or TV series. The actor stopped short of saying whether he'd want to be in the film or produce it, but the fact that he's clearly so passionate about the series might be of interest to potential filmmakers. That is, if Rockstar ever allows a studio anywhere near its baby. The fictional world of Grand Theft Auto has yet to be made into a movie, but the non-fiction story of some of the people behind the game series has made it to the screen at the very least. Released in 2015 as a made-for-TV movie, The Game Changer stars Daniel Radcliffe as Rockstar co-founder Sam Houser, Dan's brother, and Bill Paxton as Florida lawyer Jack Thompson.
This is beyond what film can do.
It chronicles Rockstar battling the attempts to ban GTA games. Critics were unimpressed with the TV film, with most of the criticism aimed at its screenplay for not going deep enough into Rockstar's history or the game development process. The acting was roundly praised though. Rockstar made no bones about its displeasure with the film, posting on X, formerly known as Twitter, that its story was, quote, random, made-up bollocks. It even sued the BBC for trademark infringement. In a statement issued to IGN, Rockstar said, "While holders of the trademarks referenced in the film title and its promotion, Rockstar Games has had no involvement with this project. It is our obligation to protect our intellectual property, and unfortunately, in this case, litigation was necessary." It's no wonder why the team behind GTA is so protective of its IP, not to mention wary of future Hollywood projects.